Patrick Bet-David breaks down who they are in regards to economic influence and why some of these corporations keep doing really goofy stuff on the latest episode of Andrew Schultz's Flagrant Podcast.
He is an all-powerful they that's trying to protect America. Why would they let him exist? Who the f is he? Can you tell me who he is?
Oh, are you familiar with ESG, DEI, and CEI?
No. Is that a new
I
thing?
didn't even know what the f he just said. To be honest with you. It just came out of your mouth.
Well, let's talk about tequila. The best kind of tequila sitting out there. I don't know if you guys had it this last Sunday one. We're gonna have it afterwards. So apparently these guys, if you're not, they're mixologists is what you guys are. CEI and DEI, okay? ESG is about environmental something group that's out there to making sure companies are making the right decision. So Larry Fink and BlackRock say things like, we're going to force people to do the right thing. There's a video of him saying this. We have to use force to make companies do the right thing. DEI is called your diversity, equity, and inclusive score. How good of a job you do here, this will be a good score. We're doing really good here. All around. This will be a great score here, okay? Yeah. Except one of you guys, two of you guys has to be
You don't know how we got that far.
One of you guys got to make a decision here. Okay.
So I did a video about this covering ESG, DEI, all these different scores. These are being handed down from BlackRock, and based on how companies rank, this is why you're seeing more and more of the goofy stuff from Bud Light, all that kind of stuff. So he's going to break that down.
It's how they're able to take all these big losses in the stock market or in company value or in sales because they're also being compensated with ESG funds.
ESG funds through BlackRock and through investment groups and scoring better on these social credit scores.
CEI, Corporate Equity Index score. Okay, so what the hell does this mean? So Dylan Mulvaney, okay?
Yeah.
Goes out there and gets the drinks from Bud Light. Yeah. Dylan Mulvaney didn't do anything wrong. Okay, Dylan Mulvaney just got the Bud Light drinks. He's like, listen, great.
Yeah.
So Dylan does what Dylan does, and he's on Drew Barrymore, and he's doing all this stuff, and he's doing his, stretches and all these weird stretches that we can't do. And anyway, so Bud Light comes in, he's drinking. People on the other side lose their minds. What the hell was this all about? Yeah. Why are you doing? And the VP of marketing for Anheuser-Busch comes out and says, well, look, here's what we have to do. Let's face it. A lot of the beer drinkers are these frat. We just kind of have to find another audience, and we couldn't do with this. What the hell are you talking about? Who drinks Bud Light? You forgot who your audience is. No problem. They did that to get a higher ESG score because Anheuser-Busch is one of only 20 companies in America with a perfect 100 score. So watch what happens. Then the CEO of Anheuser-Busch, former Marine, former CIA officer, okay, is the Anheuser-Busch CEO, sharp guy, comes out and they do the horse commercial, okay? They're like, no, we're going back to horses, more horses. And then he makes a statement about the fact that we're this, we love America, we do all this other stuff. Perfect. Bud Light's numbers are down 28%. 28%. Coors Light is up.
On the ESG score.
Yeah, because of the horse commercial.
Because of the horse commercial.
When Bud Light is now backtracking about the fact that they lost their customers, which is vets, Americans, just regular beer drinkers who don't even think about politics. Yeah. I just want to have a beer, I love America. Then when he made the apology, and the ESG folks took it as apology, they said, nope, Anheuser-Busch officially lost their perfect score. They had a chance to stand up for themselves and really do something about this and defend the transgender community. They did not. We're lowering their score, okay? So
I told you, man. It's all connected.
Sketch.
It is all connected.
That's why Fox got rid of Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. Now, what the hell do we do? Here's the problem with what they did. Rather than understanding who your audience is and making sure your audience is happy with the customer, with the product that you're selling, you try to make ESG happy. So who's behind ESG? Larry Fink, BlackRock, all these guys. But the HRC score, which is the DEI score and the CI score, HRC is a company that gives these scores. HRC, human rights something. If you Google what HRC stands for, I don't know what the C stands for. It's Human Rights Community. Human Rights Campaign.
Human Rights Campaign.
Human Rights Campaign goes and gives the scores, and they tell you what you need to do to improve your score of ESG within your company. Guess who gave $100 million to HRC? I want to say in 2012. You can verify this.
Who do you think it is that gave them $100 million?
BlackRock.
In 2012, HRC, that dictates what your scores are, and comes and scores these people, was given $100 million by this guy named George.
So that made no sense. Oh, no.
So, okay. So what, Pat? What's the big deal behind this? So, then we go to a complete different space. You look at Hollywood, what announcement they just made right now. I don't know if you guys saw the announcement they made last week. Hollywood made an announcement, the Academies made an announcement last week.
Isn't that crazy? George Soros behind the ESG scores?
It's not crazy. I honestly thought he owned BlackRock.
Moving forward, for you to be considered to win an Oscar, you have to have a third of your crew or the main actors or even supporting cast or even people behind the camera be part of the underrepresented community, which the underrepresented community is LGBTQ. I think it's women, it's black, it's disabled, it's all these things that they have, right? Yeah.
They would want underrepresented people only behind the camera. Ugh.
If you
Disgusting.
don't have
It's not just behind the camera.
a third be a part of that, guess what? You are
They said a third of the people behind the camera and in front of the
crazy.
camera.
not able to get nominated for an Oscar.
That's
which
crazy.
Hey, you want to see something kind of crazy? Over 75% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing and turning your bell notification on so that you don't miss anything we have going here.
You know, if we go to Titanic, would have never been nominated and would have never won. If we go to Godfather, it's not going to happen. If we go to all the, Saving Private Ryan, not going to happen. You go to all these great movies that have won Oscars, that'll never happen. So what does this do? A Richard Dreyfuss comes out and says, wait a minute, what are you talking about? The whole concept of being creative was for me to be let loose so I can do what I'm doing. By the way, here's a part that Hollywood has completely lost their minds. Do you know why movies in America...
Ain't that interesting?
That's crazy.
Hollywood now third has to be a part of this group.
Yeah, which makes the award shows even less important. Like even less important than they've already been.
But who was that started by? It was started by Jada Pinkett Smith with Hollywood So White, the hashtag that initially got beef with her and Chris Rock. So in this whole like Hollywood So White, because Will didn't get nominated for Concussion.
Yeah.
That's what sparked all this Hollywood stuff. We're now a third of this. If you want to get nominated, a third isn't going to even... A third of your staff on camera and behind the camera has to be a part of a marginalized community.
Could you imagine, like, if that's how life worked? Like,
well, that's how they're trying to make life work.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, in any other sense. Mm-hmm. Like, could you imagine, like, you can't have the market won't let you have a successful company unless we know that a third of your employees are of a marginalized group?
It's
like,
crazy.
It's just so out of the ordinary. Like, it's so extreme. It's so, like, not involved in the process of creating something excellent.
Yep.
Yet that is the deciding factor of whether you can participate or not. Like, you cannot participate in creating a successful media business.
Yep.
Unless you clean out me and Chris.
It's three white guys that work here.
This is not okay.
So the Hollywood thing is nuts, guys.
Yes. That's crazy.
That's nuts. And so now stuff ain't gonna get nominated for the Oscars.
But it's just not gonna matter. Someone's gonna have to make a new...
when did the Oscars really matter like that?
Probably like the late 90s, early 2000s.
And that's
when it was like...
The drop-off was huge, The drop-off was huge in terms of their viewership and stuff like that. So that's the Hollywood
Hollyweird.
And the conspiracy there. So, okay.
Hey, this is a segment from our daily after party stream. Consider partnering with us online for as little as $5 a month to get access to these daily after party streams completely unedited. You'll also get access to our podcast as they are streamed live into the community before anyone else gets to see them, get to interact with our guests, get access to our private Discord server, and a discount code for our store for as little as $5 a month. Ultimately, that will help towards helping us continue contextualizing the gospel using media and podcast here on YouTube. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.